Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before the news, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get to the Dodgers news.
Hey there, Dodgers fans. Today we're going to talk about the latest news straight from the heart of Los Angeles. Guys, we've got some hot moves happening in our organization as we get closer to the most exciting stretch of the year. And when it comes to crucial decisions, there's no bigger name to discuss than our star Mookie Betts. The front office has taken a firm stance on where we'll see our number 50 during this playoff run. Throughout this season, Betts has been our rock at shortstop, showing why he's considered one of the best defenders in baseball. But you all know how October baseball works. Every play, every positioning decision can define an entire series. The struggles we've seen in our outfield have sparked some interesting conversations inside the clubhouse. Michael Conforto has faced some challenges throughout the season, and recently the coaching staff decided to give Teoscar Hernandez a few breaks, as he hasn't delivered the expected performance. Hye-Sung Kim emerges as a versatile piece on our board, able to play in different outfield positions. And of course, we all know that putting Mookie back out there would give us a world-class defender, a six-time Gold Glove winner. But listen closely, fans, Dave Roberts has been crystal clear in his statements. As Dylan Hernandez from the Los Angeles Times reported, the manager has repeatedly said that Mookie will not return to right field. This decision is sealed. Remember that last season we saw a similar situation. Betts started at shortstop, then got injured, and when he came back, he went straight to right field. This time, the story will be different. Mookie's defensive performance at shortstop has been solid, and keeping him there doesn't represent any problem for our defense. In fact, some analysts argue that moving other players around could actually give us an even stronger defensive unit, allowing someone like Kim to get more playing time. The reality is simple: unless we see a very specific situation late in a game where the entire lineup needs to be reshuffled, Mookie Betts will remain our shortstop throughout this playoff run. This is a decision that shows the organization's confidence in our strategic planning for October. Now it's just a matter of waiting to see how this choice plays out when the lights shine brighter and every play matters even more. Continuing with our news, let's now address a topic that has sparked many discussions among our fans: the immediate future of Roki Sasaki. Dave Roberts hasn't held back when it comes to the 23-year-old Japanese pitcher. Sasaki, who arrived with high expectations after dominating the NPB last season, is currently following a rehabilitation program with our AAA affiliate in Oklahoma City. The situation hasn't progressed as we hoped, folks. Roberts has been straightforward in his evaluations, making it clear that he expects much more from this talented right-hander. The manager hasn't hesitated to demand better performance from the rookie, who will likely remain in the minors for a while longer. Roberts' words echo throughout the training complex: Sasaki needs to focus on the fundamentals, increase velocity and command, simply pitch well. This is not a time for half measures. We are fighting for a playoff spot, and every roster spot must be filled by our best athletes. This is already the second time this week we've heard similar statements from our coaching staff about Sasaki, who arrived on a standard minor league contract but carried the reputation of being dominant in Japanese baseball. Roberts has been consistent in his message: we need our elite players right now in this crucial part of the season. He acknowledges that Sasaki has gone through a lot during this year of adjustment, and the raw talent is definitely there. But talent alone doesn't win playoff games. The numbers tell the story, fans. In 4 starts during his rehab, Sasaki has posted a 7.07 ERA. Even more concerning is the fact that his fastball velocity has dropped significantly since those simulated innings he pitched here at Dodger Stadium in August. Roster math doesn't favor Sasaki at the moment either. We have 5 healthy and functioning starting pitchers, not to mention Shohei Ohtani in our rotation. There simply isn't space for another starter down the stretch of the regular season and into the playoffs. Roberts hasn't hidden his surprise with the current situation. The manager expected to see more from a player with Sasaki's level of talent. Against AAA hitters, the expectations were naturally higher, but the performance hasn't matched the skills we all know he has. The reality is that Sasaki needs to find his rhythm quickly if he wants to be part of our October run. The clock doesn't stop, and our organization cannot afford to wait indefinitely for improvements. This is the ruthless nature of professional baseball at its purest. Here's the truth: we're talking about an investment in the future of our franchise. Sasaki isn't just another pitcher coming through our system, he represents a key piece of the puzzle our front office has been carefully building. This 23-year-old arrived with impressive credentials from the NPB, and everyone in the organization knows about the explosive potential in his right arm. We're not talking about empty hopes here, folks. We're talking about genuine talent that could become a cornerstone of our rotation for years. The pressure Roberts is applying now doesn't come from impatience, but from a deep understanding of what Sasaki can become. Sometimes, great talents need to be challenged to find that extra gear that separates them from ordinary players. Just imagine for a moment, a Sasaki operating at his full potential alongside players like Ohtani, forming a Japanese duo that could dominate American baseball for years to come. That vision isn't fantasy, it's a real possibility that our organization is cultivating. Sasaki's development transcends this season. We are building something special here in Los Angeles, a dynasty that can compete at the highest level year after year. Every training session, every inning pitched in Oklahoma City, every technical adjustment he makes now will be crucial in determining whether he becomes the star we all believe he can be. Patience has its limits in professional baseball, but the long-term vision must never be abandoned. Sasaki has all the tools to become not just a valuable member of the Dodgers, but potentially one of the faces of the franchise in the future. Now shifting our focus to one of the most beloved veterans on our team, let's talk about Max Muncy and his immediate future with the Blue organization. With less than a month remaining in the regular season, and as we prepare for what we hope will be a long October run, it's already time to start thinking about the composition of our roster for 2025. And one of the most interesting decisions our front office will face involves none other than our all-star third baseman. Muncy has a $10 million team option awaiting a decision at the end of this season, and according to Jeff Passan of ESPN, all signs point to the Dodgers picking up that option, bringing him back for 2026. Muncy's story this season is practically a Hollywood script, folks. He started the year struggling badly at the plate. Over his first 28 games, he was hitting just .180 with a .531 OPS. Even more shocking, not a single home run had come off his bat. For a player known for his power, that was concerning. Then came the discovery that changed everything. After being diagnosed with astigmatism in his right eye, Muncy began wearing glasses to correct the issue. The transformation was immediate and dramatic. In his very first game with the new frames, he sent one into the stands. From that magical moment on, fans, Muncy has been nothing short of spectacular. Hitting .295 with a .430 on-base percentage, .611 slugging, and an eye-popping 1.040 OPS. These aren't just comeback numbers, these are MVP-level numbers. Our front office was certainly watching this situation closely at the start of the season. With veterans like Austin Barnes and Chris Taylor being cut loose due to lack of production, Muncy could have faced the same fate if things hadn't turned around so dramatically. Muncy's season was also marked by the scare we all felt in July. That terrible collision with a runner stealing third, when his leg bent at an angle that stopped our hearts. Many feared he'd be out for the rest of the season. Thankfully, our veteran warrior returned after about a month on the sidelines. And when he came back, it was as if he had never left. In his first 8 games back, he hit .348 with an absurd 1.401 OPS. Unfortunately, an oblique injury has kept him out for the last 3 weeks. When Muncy is able to return to our lineup, he'll continue doing exactly what he's done all season in this resurgence, giving our front office every reason to exercise that $10 million option. This is the kind of player you want by your side in October, and definitely the kind of veteran you want leading your team into next year. The importance of Max Muncy to our franchise goes far beyond the numbers we see on the screen, folks. We're talking about a player who represents the very essence of what it means to wear the Dodgers uniform: resilience, determination, and the ability to reinvent himself when needed. Muncy isn't just another third baseman on our roster. He's a veteran leader who knows every corner of Dodgers Stadium, who understands the pressure of playing in Los Angeles, and who has proven time and time again that he can perform in the most crucial moments. His playoff experience and knowledge of the organization are invaluable assets. Looking ahead to 2026, Muncy takes on an even more critical role in our plans. With some uncertainty surrounding other veterans on the roster, he becomes a stabilizing anchor both on the field and in the clubhouse. His ability to mentor young talents like Sasaki and other prospects reaching the big leagues is fundamental to maintaining our winning culture. The comeback story we've witnessed this year, from vision issues to injury recovery, shows exactly the type of character we want in our organization. Muncy has proven that age is just a number when you have the heart of a competitor. Our front office sees in Muncy not only production for next year, but also a mentor for the next generation of Dodgers. He's the kind of player who teaches by example, who shows the younger guys how to carry themselves as professionals and how to fight through adversity. With Muncy locked in for 2026, we have a reliable piece in our infield that allows us to be more aggressive in other areas during the offseason. His presence gives our front office the flexibility to make the necessary moves knowing we have stability at third base. This is the real value of Max Muncy to the Dodgers. He is far more than a talented player, he is a pillar of our organization. To close out our broadcast today, let's talk about a name that could be floating around the halls of Dodger Stadium all off-season: Kyle Tucker. Executives from other organizations around the league are already making their predictions about where the Chicago Cubs star will land once he becomes a free agent, and guess where all eyes are turning? That's right, Los Angeles continues to be seen as the most likely destination for yet another superstar. Bob Nightingale of USA Today brought some interesting information on Monday, revealing that rival executives still believe Tucker will be the highest paid player of this free agency. And when asked about his most likely destination, the answer has been consistent: the Dodgers, who truly need reinforcements in the outfield. Our organization has never been afraid to open the checkbook when it comes to acquiring elite talent. We have the largest payroll in the league this season, according to Spotrac, and our recent history shows we haven't hesitated to make significant investments when we identify the right piece. Tucker would be exactly the type of impact our lineup needs. Imagine adding another power bat to a lineup that already includes Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. The 28-year-old's resume speaks for itself: World Series champion, 4-time All-Star, 1 Silver Slugger, and 1 Gold Glove. Back in 2023 with the Houston Astros, Tucker led the entire league in RBIs. He has hit more than 20 home runs in each of the last 5 seasons, showing the kind of consistency that is pure gold in modern baseball. It's true that Tucker hasn't been at his best since the All-Star break, hitting .242 with 5 home runs and 17 RBIs. But part of that drop can be explained by injury issues that hit him in the second half of the season. His overall 2025 numbers are still solid, a slash line of .270/381/472, with 22 home runs and 73 RBIs. Youth also works in Tucker's favor on this market. At 28, he still has his prime years ahead of him, which justifies any long-term investment. If the price climbs high enough, not even a big market club like the Cubs will be able to compete with us. Recent history proves just that. Organizations across the league may be tired of seeing the Dodgers as the final landing spot for so many stars, but Tucker could very well be the next name to join our talent-loaded roster. As we continue our pursuit of sustained dominance in baseball, adding a player of Tucker's caliber would be yet another key piece in the puzzle our front office has been building with mastery. This offseason promises once again to be filled with major moves here in Los Angeles. Tucker's versatility in the outfield would be a perfect fit for what Dave Roberts needs in 2025, folks. With the uncertainties we currently have in our defensive outfield positions, Tucker would bring not only stability but proven excellence. Just imagine the flexibility we have with Tucker on the roster. He can play all 3 outfield spots with Gold Glove level competence, giving Roberts tactical options that few managers in the league possess. That means the ability to shuffle pieces as needed, whether to face specific pitchers or to maximize our defense in crucial situations. In the lineup, Tucker would naturally slot into the middle of the order, perfectly complementing our core of power hitters. His ability to hit for average while also producing consistent power would be ideal to protect players like Ohtani and Betts, creating a stretch of hitters no opposing pitcher would want to face. Tucker's role would go beyond offensive numbers. He would be our defensive anchor in the outfield, allowing other players to move into spots where they can be most effective. His playoff experience and winning mentality, remember, he already has a World Series ring, would add a layer of leadership to our clubhouse. For our organization, Tucker would represent that final piece that turns a very good team into a dominant one. He would fill our biggest current need while elevating the competitive level of the entire roster. He's exactly the kind of player you add when you want to make sure you're doing everything possible to win a championship. With Tucker in the mix, we'd have depth, quality, and experience at every position, the perfect recipe for yet another deep October run. When we look back at all the moves and decisions we've discussed today, it's clear that our organization is operating on multiple fronts with a well-defined strategic vision for both the present and the future. The common thread in all these situations is an organization that knows exactly who it is and where it's going. We are building not just to win now, but to maintain a sustainable standard of excellence. Every decision, from keeping Betts at shortstop to potentially adding Tucker, reflects a deep understanding of what it takes to dominate modern baseball. This is the Dodgers recipe for continued success: respect the present while investing in the future, keep our standards high, and never stop looking for ways to improve. October is almost here, and with these pieces coming together, our Blue Nation has every reason to be optimistic about what lies ahead. Now that we've covered all these major moves within our organization, we want to hear from you. Which of these decisions do you think will have the biggest impact on our title chase this year? Keeping Betts at shortstop, Sasaki's development, Muncy's renewal, or the possible arrival of Tucker next season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, Dodgers Nation.